The Frost Gate. The Frost Gate was built by the Deldrimore dwarves as a way to protect their homes from invaders coming through Boreless Pass. When Civil War broke out, the gate fell into the hands of the Stone Summit, a xenophobic group of dwarven renegades who were trying to overthrow King Jalis' Ironhammer. Now, no one gets through the pass unless the summit allows it. Alright, welcome back to the Guild Wars 1 Let's Play, everybody. Isobel and the refugee caravan made it through Boreless Pass with the help of the dwarven king Jalis Ironhammer, and now have to battle through the Stone Summit and help the refugee caravan reach the other end of the Shiverpeaks by destroying multiple siege weapons placed strategically between us and the Frost Gate. Our party starts the mission fighting through several packs of Minotaurs who I don't believe are found in any other cooperative mission in the game, though they can be found throughout the explorable zones in the northern Shiverpeaks, such as Iron Horse Mines. Isobel is now level 13, only 7 levels away from max level, and we're just about a third of the way through the first campaign. I'm doing most of the side quests in the explorable zones between the mission outposts to make sure that I don't go into missions under level. I also forgot to mention in the last episode that we crafted some armor upgrades at Yak's Bend that gives us more armor and energy regeneration. I haven't added any runes just yet, my weapon set could definitely use an upgrade, but we should be okay when our caravan reaches the nation of Kryta. I want to make sure that you all realize that these cooperative missions are just a small slice of the game world, and even with the content being instanced and not persistent, the world feels huge when you consider all the towns and explorable zones that fill out the map. A lot of lore and world building information can be found in these areas, and I highly suggest that you take the time to explore instead of thinking of the game as just bouncing from one cooperative mission to another. After fighting through the Minotaurs and some Ettins, we start to see the Stone Summit and their siege weaponry. To ensure that the caravan gets through safely, we have to disable the siege ballista controlled by the Stone Summit engineers at various locations, similar to the ones that were used to lay siege to Croc's Hollow and Boreless Pass. The bonus for the Frost Gate is an ice cave similar to Boreless Pass. In fact, the same dwarf NPC, Rurik, returns in this mission. Use the same strategy to defeat the Frost Fairy Dryers that we've employed in previous missions. Interrupt their Necro skills and shatter hexes to defeat them quickly and effortlessly. He asks us to escort him to a ballista on the other side of the map to steal plans for a secret type of new siege weapon that the Stone Summit are developing. Take Rurik to the ballista, go back to get the plans once the gate is blasted open, allowing you to loot the plans from a chest surrounded by ice golems. Watch out for the splash damage from the ballista. If you're in the area when they hit the ground, your party can wipe. If you are doing the bonus at the same time, make sure you keep Rurik close to you so you don't fail the objective. The bonus mission has you go down a side path where you encounter some Stone Summit dwarves before a ballista. I was just about to say earlier that we didn't have any wipes or any resurrects during the mission, but it looks like I actually died right here, and I was lucky that the situation was forgiving enough that I could get rezzed by one of the AI henchmen. So not quite the clean run that I had hoped for, but we ended up doing okay. I know I like to always say that we should focus down the ranged and the casters first, but it actually looks like the Crushers destroyed our healer henchman, Alicia, and almost destroyed another one of our party members as well, on top of myself. So, not really the best advice in this situation. Once you fire that ballista and destroy the gate on the other side, you can go back up the ramp and enter the area that's holding the secret plans in a chest. You have to fight through several different packs of ice golems. Remember, you want to try to interrupt their spells because they can slow you down. And so once you loot the chest, the secret plans are an item bundle. So once you pick it up, you cannot use any of your weapon skills. You can't use your range skill. And if I was a melee class, I would not be able to use any of my melee skills. So it's just something to remember.
Well done. The refugees are weary, but they've made it this far. We're now very close to the Frost Gate and the safety of Kryta, but we cannot yet take rest. One of my men, Captain Greywind, tells me he once traveled this path. He says the Frost Gate can be opened, but it will not be easy. There are 3 mechanisms that lift the massive stone. You must find a gear lever in the small town ahead. Use the lever to engage each of these mechanisms, and the gate will open. Once it's open, it'll be up to you to lead the refugees through to safety. My men and I will hold back the dwarves as long as we can. I will rejoin you once the last of the refugees is safely through. The stone summit will not yield the Frost Gate quietly. May Dwayna smile upon us.
After opening the next gate for the refugees, Rurik tells us that to open the Frost Gate and allow the refugee caravan to escape the Stone Summit, Isobel and the rest of the party have to locate a lever to use on the opening mechanisms. Of course, the mechanisms are guarded by several groups of mobs, but as you can see, we didn't struggle too much. Once you've engaged all of the gate mechanisms and defeated the final mob, the ending cutscene plays out.
The Frost Gate is open. Go now. We haven't much time. that?
These mountains belong to the stone summit, human.
Rurik, no!
You cannot save me. Get them to Kryta. Hurry, go!
Your punishment for trespassing is death.
As you saw there, Rurik is killed by the Stone Summit leader Dagnar Stonepate as he tries to buy time for the refugee caravan to escape through the Frostgate. He will be an important character later on in the campaign. After the cinematic, we end up on the western side of the Shiverpeaks in an outpost called Beacon's Perch. This is a really memorable outpost in Guild Wars, as you can effectively cut the game in half using a runner service. I'm not sure if people still do that this late in the game's life cycle, but it was definitely a way to make money back in the day. Well guys, that wraps up our party's adventures in the Shiverpeaks, for now at least. Our next leg of the journey has our party finally arriving in the more temperate region of Kryta, but without Prince Rurik leading the refugee caravan as he sacrifices his life to save them. The story is about to really ramp up, so I can't wait to show you guys what we encounter next. Let me know what you guys like and don't like about the series so far in the comments below so I can continue to make it an enjoyable experience for you. Be sure to subscribe to the channel so you get notified when a new episode gets uploaded. See you next time, guys.